What's up everyone, it's Kelly and today I've got another swatch review for you. So today we are talking about the newest shades from Holo Taco. They are the Pastel and Don't Tell bundle, and this is for spring 2023. We've got 6 new pastel cream nail polishes. So if you haven't heard of Holo Taco before, they are a nail polish brand created by YouTuber Cristine of Simply Nailogical, and all of the polishes are 5 free, meaning they're free of 5 of the potentially harmful ingredients that can be found in nail polish. They are vegan, meaning they do not use any animal-derived ingredients, and they're also cruelty-free, meaning they do not test their products on animals. So like I said, we've got ourselves a nice little rainbow of pastel creams. So I'm going to go over these swatches first, then we can talk a little bit about pricing, availability, my thoughts on the collection, all that good stuff. I do want to make a quick note. Now, normally with their specialty finishes, Holo Taco does use a round skinny brush, but for their cream finishes, they do use a wide flat brush with a rounded tip. So that's what you're going to see in these polishes today. So just something to keep in mind. You do get a different brush depending on the formula that you're getting, but I believe they also sell a replacement brush. But anyway, yeah, let's just dive right in to the swatches. So as usual, I am using base coat underneath all of my swatches just to protect my natural nail and prevent any stains. Today I'm using the Orly Bonder base coat, so I'll link it down below for you. So we may as well go in rainbow order here. This first shade is called Pinky Swear, and this is a super light pink pastel cream shade. Now I would say formula wise, this one is probably the outlier of the collection because it is the most sheer. It has a little bit of a crelly like formula, so it ended up taking 3 coats for full coverage on this one, but I actually still really enjoyed the formula. When a polish is this light, it's going to be very hard to make it fully opaque in just 2 coats, and a lot of the time if it is opaque in 2 coats, it's probably going to be a little bit more chalky and less self-leveling. So because it had that almost crelly-like feel to it, it ended up applying very smooth and it looked really gorgeous and squishy in those 3 coats. So I actually really did enjoy this one. It's a super light shade of pink. You can see it's almost like a white that is tinged with pink in it. Next up we have the orange pastel shade. This one is called Rest in Peach, and it does actually have this really gorgeous peachy tint to it, but again, it's a very pale shade, so it's almost like a buff nude kind of color with a little bit of an orange peachy tinge to it. So this one I did find to be a little bit more opaque. I actually managed to get 2 coat coverage. Now do keep in mind I do have short nails, so if you have longer nails, I would say all of these polishes are going to be 3 coaters on you, but with my short nails I can get away with doing 2 coats for a lot of them. Again, really impressed with the formula here. It was very smooth and self-leveling. Moving on, we have the shade Banana Medicine, and this one is a light yellow pastel cream shade, and this one's actually a little bit deceptively pale in the bottle. I did find that it ended up looking a little bit brighter on my nails, which I really appreciated because I don't generally love a super pale yellow. For some reason, that just does not flow with me and I feel like it doesn't work on my skin tone, but I ended up really liking this color and I was actually pretty impressed with the opacity in 2 coats. I find that yellow polishes tend to be 3 coaters on me, so I always appreciate finding a 2 coater, but it was just barely there, so I did end up doing a 3rd coat just to show you guys what that looked like. But honestly, I would probably just wear this one in 2 coats because my nails are short enough and I think it looked pretty much the same. So again, really impressed with this one. Next up we have the shade Crime and Punishmint, which I am so embarrassed to say. It took me so long to figure out what the pun was, so it's just like crime and punishment. I don't get it. But I'm just a little slow, and clearly punishment is spelled with the word mint in it. So it's this nice pastel minty green shade, and again, really nice formula. I was a little sloppy on my first coat just because I found that the brush was a touch wonky, but Holo Taco does have notoriously good customer service, so if you ever have an experience like that, you can always just reach out to them and they'll probably send you a replacement brush. But even with the wonky brush, I found the formula pretty easy to work with and the color was really gorgeous in 2 coats for me. Next we have the shade Too Good to Be Blue, and this one is a soft sky blue cream shade, and again, this one actually had a little bit of that crelly like feel to it, but I was able to get full coverage in 2 coats here. And one thing I really appreciated about this color, I don't even know if I would describe it as a pastel because it has just a little bit more saturation, and I absolutely love that. I find that a lot of the blue shades that we get during springtime are really dusty and they're almost like a gray tone toned blue, and I feel like spring feels more like this type of blue, like a brighter sky blue where you can imagine like puffy clouds. And so I really like this one. I thought the formula was really nice, and again, very workable, very squishy. I liked it. And last but definitely not least, we have the shade Serial Killer, and I'm sure you can already guess that this one was my favorite of the collection because I love a cool toned purple nail polish, and we have this really gorgeous, soft, cool lavender shade. I loved the way that this one looked on me. I love that color tone, and I love how vibrant it is, even though it is a pale pastel color. And again, just really nice formula, super easy to work with. I like how white tinged it is without being dusty, so it ended up working really well for me. And of course, I love purple nail polishes, so it was very high chance that I was gonna love this one. So here are all of the shades together, and I have to say I really appreciated this, even though I tend to not be a huge pastel nail polish person. I found that these had a little bit more brightness to them than I am used to with pastel shades, and so I really did enjoy them. Looking at them side by side, I think that the pink and the peach look pretty similar to each other, but I still think they end up working. I would have loved if the pink was just a little bit darker, just so that it blended in a little bit better with the rest of the collection, but especially that bottom row I'm absolutely in love with. I think that those colors worked really well, and again, I just like that extra touch of saturation in there that just make them feel a little bit more springy to me rather than a sort of wintry, pale, grayed out kind of tone. So yeah, those are the polishes, and I thought the formula was really good on these. I really appreciated the nice rainbow of colors. You guys know I'm personally not a huge fan of the typical spring pastels, but I did think that these were a nice formula, so I really enjoyed that. And I also think they're going to be really nice for nail art. They play really nicely together, and I think they would make a gorgeous skittle. Now, a few of you have asked how similar it is to the new Orly Breathable shades. I did recently do a review on those, which I will link up in the cards, but I would say that the two collections are incredibly different. They are both cream finishes, and they do have a sort of rainbow of lighter colors, but if you look at them side by side, they're completely different. I'll show you a quick little comparison chart here just so you can see. Honestly, like I said, I think the only similarities here are that they're both lighter rainbow collections, but I mean, I would say many brands do a rainbow of colors, especially when you're working with 6 polish sets, and it's something that both Orly and Holo Taco have done in the past, but that's really the only similarity. I would say there isn't even one shade that I think looks very similar in both collections. And also, I'm a big nail polish fan, so I'm always going to recommend that you get both. So yeah, I do think that they are different enough to justify owning both of them. I don't think that they're similar at all. So yeah, these polishes come in 12 milliliter bottles. Like I said, they do have the wide flat brush with a rounded tip in this collection, but the regular specialty finishes do tend to have that round skinny brush. And these polishes in particular retail for $12 USD, but they also have a discounted bundle set. So you can buy the bundle of all 6 of these polishes, and that retails for $66 USD. So I'm gonna link everything down below. You can check that out if you're interested, but I would love to hear from you. What do you think of these polishes? What do you think of the color story in general? And which of the shades is your favorite? Leave it all in the comments. We can chat about it. If you enjoy my swatch and review videos, please give this one a thumbs up. It lets me know I'm doing a good job. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. I put out new videos every Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday. And of course, a huge shout out to my supporters on Patreon, my Royal Astronomer Amanda M, as well as my Cosmic Admirals, Rocket Man's daughter, Paula, Ken, Rosie, and Courtney. I really appreciate your support, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye. Today's fun fact question comes from Patreon supporter Megan D, and Megan wants to know, what is your favorite type of topper? Oh my gosh, that's a difficult question because I would say all toppers are my favorite toppers. I really honestly, I don't think I've found a topper that I don't like yet, but I will say the ones that I find myself being the most attracted to in general, like the ones that I'm like, wow, I need that, are either ones that have a matte glitter, but also something else sparkly in there. Like the combination of matte and non-matte, either hollow or metallic or something, is perfect to me. I think it looks so stunning, and especially recently, those are the ones that I've been gravitating towards. And then the other would be a classic because iridescent flakies are just always perfect and fun. And I've been really enjoying pairing iridescent flakies over weird colors. I think for a while I was kind of stuck in the iridescent flaky over black or dark gray or dark blue, something like that. But lately I've been really branching out. One combo that I really love to do is a cool toned flaky over a red toned nail polish, like either a red or an orange or like a warmer pink shade. And I just think it's such an interesting, I want to say clash, but it's not a clash. It's like they go well, they complement each other really interestingly. And just kind of based on how you're moving your hand around, it really does make the color look different. So yeah, don't make me choose between those two, but I would say it's between iridescent flakes and a combo of a matte confetti kind of glitter and something sparkly in there combined into one topper. But yeah, if you want to share your favorite type of topper, leave it in the comments, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!